The oral presentation part of the Bear Innovation competition is called a pitch, and there's an art to developing one. This tutorial is going to guide you through that process and prepare you to present a great pitch in the competition. So let's talk about what a pitch is. It differs from the traditional oral presentation that you might have done in other classes. The type of pitch in Bear Innovation is a succinct delivery of an idea. It's a way of describing it in a clear and concise manner, and what that requires is a lot of preparation to draw out the highlights that you're looking to communicate and present them very concisely. As you're doing that, you're looking to present that information in layman's terms, not using overly technical language, and to present it as simply as possible. So taking your time to prepare is really key in delivering a successful pitch. One of the things that you want to take into consideration is who are you speaking to? Who is your oral pitch geared toward? And what is it that you're trying to communicate? What is the purpose? So for example, in the Bear Innovation competition, your audience is going to be the judges, and the purpose is to communicate why your idea or your business venture is a good one. So let's talk about how to create a really good pitch. There's 3 components to do that. The first is creating really good, concise content. The second is to be able to present that content and communicate it very well. And the third is to create really good graphics and visuals that support what you're trying to say. And so we're going to delve into each of those 3 components. Let's focus on step 1, content development. As you're preparing your content, the first thing that you're going to do is introduce yourself. And you're going to do that by using both your first and last name and introducing your teammates that way as well. Once you've introduced yourself, you're going to try and capture the audience attention with something called a hook. And there's really no one good version of a hook that works, but the idea is to create something that could be exciting, thoughtful, provoking, surprising, intriguing, personal, or dramatic. So let me give you an example of maybe a thoughtful hook. Did you know that 9 out of 10 entrepreneurs are not trained in pitching, but that it is critical for their success? So it causes the audience to think, okay, now you have my attention. Once you have the audience attention, you're going to actually go into the main points of your pitch. Since this is such a critical area of the pitch, it will be covered in a separate tutorial that focuses specifically on the content and the slides required for the competition. Once you've gone through the meat of your presentation, you want to offer a conclusion that lets the audience know that your pitch is coming to an end, and actually produce a close that lets the audience know that you're done. So an example of a close might be, we are a game-changing product and we hope that you like it as much as we do. Thank you. It signals to the audience that you've done your presentation, that you're done your presentation. Another strategy that you want to think about when you're developing your content is to convey your content by telling a story. A thoughtful, interesting story engages the audience and captures their attention. It also encourages them to want to use or to buy your product or service. So once your content is developed, you want to focus on your oral presentation or the delivery. This part of the process requires a lot of practice. You want to ensure that your delivery is enthusiastic, that you have high energy, that you vary your voice pitch and inflection, that you use appropriate volume and nonverbal gestures, and that you try your best, which is really the hard part, to eliminate filler words like, etc. And you really are required to do your oral pitch with no notes. And to really do a great oral pitch, it requires a lot of practice. It requires you to practice 3, 4, 5, 6 times, saying it forward and backwards, and then practicing some more. It is not something that you can get up and wing. So the last part of preparing a really great pitch is to use really good visuals and graphics for your slide deck. And so what do we mean by that? Some of the recommendations for preparing a really great slide deck are that each slide should be really light on text. It's a good rule of thumb to keep 3 points to one slide so that you keep your slides nice and crisp and clean. Another pointer is to use quality visuals and graphics to support your points. You can use graphs and charts. You can use pictures to help present the information. And the last pointer is to really pick a color scheme that you carry throughout your slides that may be aligned with your logo, but a color scheme that you can stick with and looks uniform throughout your presentation.